Hi there, and welcome to some Assassin's Creed recorded on the Xbox One. I got some gameplay clips here that I've put together just to demonstrate a few bits and pieces about Assassin's Creed. Some of it's pre-patch stuff, and since the patches there's a few less bugs, but this particular game clip was when I was initially starting to play the game, and I thought I'd got to, well, this is the highest point on Notre Dame. But it's not the synchronised point, so I climbed up there thinking, hey! But no, I had to clamber down and enjoy the clambering, and then go across and move up to the actual synchronised point. This is also me testing the being able to record more than just a 30-second clip on the Xbox, because you have different options. You can say Xbox record that, and you get the last 30 seconds approximately recorded. Or you can choose to record your own game clip, and you can record any length then, although it says 5 minutes, you can sort of leave it recording. So anyway, yes, Assassin's Creed. It's been very divisive. Obviously it launched Unity. This is launched with lots of issues and glitches. But also they've changed the way that you move around the game. So now when you hold down the right trigger, you have the option of going up or down. You'll see it occasionally on the there on the context-sensitive help. So the idea is that you can easily sort of decide whether to run up or down, and this works whilst clambering relatively well once you get used to it. I struggle to get used to it. I'm just still trying to find the way up onto this tower. But when you're running along the street, it's a real problem because you have to hold right trigger to run, otherwise you're just walking and it's very slow. And as soon as your avatar touches almost anything in the street, it'll clamber onto it, and that's actually slower usually than just running past. So he'll stutter, he'll sort of jump up onto a little bucket, say, or a chair, and then he'll stop because you haven't told him to jump down or not, you're just holding the right trigger. So it ends up making running through the streets quite tricky, and this is one of the Assassin's Creeds, bizarrely, where I actually ran through the streets quite a lot. So, you know, your mileage may vary, obviously. Anyway, here I am finally working out how to get up onto this tower. But also one of the issues with the Xbox, well, the Xbox One, I don't know about the PS4, is the load times. One of the things that really bugged me early on was the load times. It takes so long to load. Now, it is loading in a lot of AI quite often, like you'll see down in the squares below, lots and lots of civilians. But generally speaking, the AI of the guards is terrible, much worse than in any previous Assassin's Creed I've known. Generally speaking, for instance, the guards won't actually chase you up onto the side of a building, which I thought was bizarre. One of my early other issues, on a big screen, this particular synchronising animation is very jerky. You get a very low frame rate. If you're trying to look at the distant points as you circle around, it wasn't very smooth at all. But otherwise, generally speaking, it ran pretty smoothly. So there we go, and there's the ubiquitous jump down to the hay. And this game as well takes a bit more of a liberty with where the hay can be, because sometimes when you jump, you're going at such a bizarre angle. You know, it's not just dropping; you're going miles out to the left or something. You know, and but anyway, it's relatively safe. In previous Assassin's Creed, I frequently missed, but it locks you into the cart very nicely now. Alright, so these are just some other examples of synchronising that I found really jarring on the big screen. And I think obviously once it's been converted into a clip, and then I've put it into Windows Movie Maker, it's smoothed it out a little bit. And I haven't got any examples of this stuff I'm talking about with the hay cart, where the hay cart is actually a real distance away, and you still manage to somehow make it there. All good fun. Because, you know, you wouldn't survive a drop into a hay cart from that height anyway. Let alone how unrealistic your jump might have been beforehand. Yeah. Alright, so these are just like the 30-second Xbox record that clips. And the next clip after this you'll see is where we had some pre-patch issues where you'd have civilians. I mean, you still have civilians popping up and down and things on carts, and weird walking across tables and things in the street, but not very often. But early on you'd have these issues where civilians would just start popping out of the ground. They're obviously spawn point issues to do with maybe their Z targets or something, who knows, but they seem to have ironed these out anyway. So here I am early in the game without my assassin's clothes, and if you notice just up ahead, some people just disappear through into the ground and then they respawn popping up through the floor. And they're a bit confused about what happened, as are we all. And they're merging. All good fun. And I probably didn't record as many clips as I could have done, because it got a bit annoying trying to get my Xbox to record things sometimes, because you say Xbox record that and it sometimes does it, but you have to say it a few times usually. But the way that they dealt with the enemies dying was to have them jiggle about and then stop in the pose after about 2 seconds, and so you get some of these very amusing post-ragdoll bits with the people who have just died in funny positions. Now this is an example of the AI of the guards. Now this is where you're in cover and you can do a cover kill and the guard that nobody notices. Like, here you go. Stab! Oh, we've looked around and we've seen you stab our friend. I wonder what happened. I wonder if we should investigate that. Yes, let's move a bit closer. Yeah, stab! What happened? But luckily the animation's just quick enough that I can get him as well. He was the target. Very strange. Yeah. Yeah, it's just watching the people die and wriggle about quite funnily. There were some really good ones of those. Also, where you could start looting before your sword was back in your pocket. Oh, here he goes. Look, wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. He's wriggling on his weapon, I think. And then after a while, the body just freezes in whatever position it's reached. Which is a shame, because you could have some great fun having them wriggle for ages, but I guess that's using up computer power. Yeah. And one of the other issues we had is the fact that the online capabilities of the game were often offline or not working properly. Like, there's these chests that depend on your level as an initiate, which is the sort of Uplay level. And quite frequently, I haven't tried for a while now, but this would happen. That's right, currently unreachable, thanks. Okay, here we go, we've got, coming up here, we've got a man in a wall. This is the sort of thing that would happen early on, like those people who popped out of nowhere. Look at him go! The physics engine just goes nuts trying to work that out. Yeah. That's right, loot him. That's right, fiddle with his bits. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so of course, due to this wriggle of the body, the ragdoll, before it finishes, you can get some really, really funny death poses. Let's work the camera a bit. There we go. Come on, look round. Yeah, now he's managed to do a proper yoga position. The other guy, I'm not looting. This guy, which makes for some fun looting animations. He's got 2 hands and a foot. That's probably some special yoga move. There we go, I'm giving him mouth to mouth. I don't think it'll help. So yeah, now this is in a situation where I was being the world's worst lockpicker. I mean, seriously, it's just as well I got the belt on with lots and lots of lockpicks, because, yeah, miss. Trying to do it first pass. Miss. Just terrible. But if you look down on the radar, you'll notice that I'm pretty much surrounded by guards, but they're all deaf, apparently. That's right. Guarding the chest. No, look around. No, nothing wrong here. Even the dog doesn't notice me. Yeah. Okay, and here we've got the stupid guards. Right, where has he gone? Where has that assassin gone? Oh, he's left. Oh, he's killed me. Oh, where did our friend go? That's strange. Our friend seems to disappear. Oh, he's been killed by this guy that I couldn't see. Yeah. There was quite a bit of that. And that hasn't changed. That hasn't been patched out. That's just the natural AI of the game. Or not. And then we finish off with a classic of gameplay where there's this huge thing that's happened and you get out of this balloon, which isn't usually part of the scenery, and the cut scene and the mission ends, and the best clean-up crew in the world, because you instantly look round behind you just to see what was that balloon. Oh, it's gone. Not special to Unity, just a classic gameplay thing. Alright, thanks for watching, people, and catch you again soon for some more fun.